Some people won't admit it, but is the Jeep Grand Wagoneer L the real luxury king of America? That's the question I walked in with. And somewhere between its massive footprint, its unapologetic presence, and its almost surreal interior comfort, I realized this SUV doesn't care what anyone thinks. It simply arrives, fills the room with its authority, and lets others decide whether they want to step up or step aside. And today, I'm taking you on a complete journey through this giant. Not just the specs, not just the angles, but the entire personality of the Grand Wagoneer L. When you first approach it, the front end immediately tells you what this SUV stands for. The grille isn't just big, it's a statement piece. Deep chrome bars, bold edges, and a design style that leans heavily into "I belong everywhere." The LED headlights are slim but powerful, carved into the front like precision-cut blades. There's something about the stance of this SUV that feels like it's been engineered to intimidate without trying. You don't look at the front of the Grand Wagoneer L, it looks at you. And the sheer height alone will make any driver feel like they're stepping into a command center rather than a car. Move along the side and the scale becomes almost unreal. This wheelbase is extended by nearly a foot compared to the regular version, stretching the SUV into something that feels more like a luxury yacht on wheels than a road vehicle. The long, clean shoulder line creates a sense of elegance instead of bulk, and the massive 22-inch wheels look perfectly proportionate under those sculpted fenders. The chrome window trim, the Grand Wagoneer lettering punched right into the metal, the doors shaped like slabs of confidence. All of it reinforces one thing: this SUV wasn't designed to blend in. It was designed to dominate every inch of road it touches. The overall exterior presence is almost theatrical. The way light hits the metal, the way shadows fall under its wide frame, the way the extended length changes its personality, everything feels crafted to elevate it beyond a standard full-size SUV. Whether it's pulling up to a private terminal or parked outside a resort, the Grand Wagoneer L carries an identity that says, "I'm not here to compete with luxury. I am luxury." But the real magic begins inside. When you open the door, the cabin doesn't just welcome you, it absorbs you into a world that feels unmistakably premium. The leather is rich, stitched beautifully across the dashboard, armrests, and seats. The wood trim doesn't feel like decoration, it feels like furniture. The metal accents feel cold to the touch, like a reminder that this interior was built with real materials, not shortcuts. There is a softness in the lighting, a glow in the display, a harmony in the textures that makes everything feel curated. The front seats are wide and perfectly contoured, giving you the sensation of sitting in a throne rather than a seat. The center console feels like a luxury tech hub equipped with a massive digital display, a passenger screen, and controls that respond with precision. There's wireless charging, deep storage, and the kind of layout that makes long-distance travel not just possible, but addictive. You sit high, you see everything, and you feel like you're in control of a machine that understands you. Move to the second row, and the comfort continues. Captain's chairs that feel like recliners, individual screens for entertainment, climate control settings that give passengers complete independence, and space that simply doesn't run out. The carpeting is plush, the seats are supportive, and the atmosphere is quiet enough to feel like you're in a high-end lounge. And then there's the third row. Many SUVs pretend to offer usable third-row seating, but the Grand Wagoneer L actually delivers. With extended wheelbase, adults can sit comfortably with real legroom and real posture, not the folded knee discomfort most SUVs offer. Behind that, even with all seats up, the cargo space remains shockingly generous thanks to the enormous length of this model. When you walk around to the rear, the design becomes softer but still undeniably premium. A full-width LED light bar stretches across the back, blending perfectly with the Wagoneer branding. The tailgate is massive and powered, opening to reveal the depth created by the L extension. The chrome touches continue subtly, not in an overpowering way, but in a polished, mature manner. It's the kind of rear design that looks just as impressive at night as it does during the day. Now, under the hood is where Jeep really wanted to prove a point. Instead of relying on the old V8, the Grand Wagoneer L comes with the new 3.0 L Hurricane twin-turbo inline-6. But don't let the number fool you, the power is enormous. With around 510 horsepower and 610 lb-ft of torque, this SUV pulls with force that feels almost unnatural for its size. Acceleration is smooth but aggressive, and the engine sound is refined, never loud, never intrusive, always confident. This engine makes the Wagoneer L feel lighter than it is, more responsive, more modern, and much more capable in real-world driving. On the road, the Grand Wagoneer L feels like a floating penthouse. The air suspension absorbs every bump, every pothole, every imperfection with ease. The steering is surprisingly light, the handling is controlled, and despite its size, the SUV never struggles with stability. It glides, it cruises, and it makes even the harshest roads feel irrelevant. The sound insulation is so strong that you almost forget you're moving. Wind noise disappears, engine noise softens, and even passing traffic becomes a distant whisper. Long trips feel shorter, short trips feel smoother, and the overall driving experience feels like a privilege rather than a task. By the time you've spent a few moments in this SUV, whether you're the driver or a passenger, one thing becomes clear. This is not just a bigger Wagoneer. This is a statement of American luxury, the kind that blends power, comfort, scale, and craftsmanship in a way no competitor truly replicates. So, is the Jeep Grand Wagoneer L the real luxury king Americans won't admit? Honestly, after experiencing it from front to back, inside and out, I think it might be. And if you want more cinematic reviews just like this one, make sure to subscribe, because we're only getting started. Asterisk, asterisk.